Have you heard of the 7 wine bureaus revealing the fake death of Qin Shi Huang? It is rumored that Qin Shi Huang did not die. Even the great scientist Hawking predicted that the first emperor was not dead, just trapped in the underground palace. What unknown secrets are hidden behind this? Listen to me slowly. The file number we are going to talk about today is 197400001. Codename Qin Shi Huang's fake death incident. Legend has it that the 749th Bureau was founded in 1974. IT is an extremely mysterious department in our country. Specializes in dealing with folk paranormal events and strange phenomena that science cannot explain. Hurry up and watch with IT's unfortunate friends. By the way, there are no taboos, and the story takes place in the fall of 1974. Songjia village at the foot of the Qinling Mountains was shrouded in rain. Send the head to the sky. The two brothers and their cousin Li Zhongpyong owed huge gambling debts, threatened by debt collectors at the door. When there is no way out, Li Zhongping thought of the black pine forest shrouded in thick fog behind the forbidden village that had been passed down for generations in the village. The underground is connected to the secret island of the Qin Huang Mausoleum. There are countless treasures of gold and silver. But none of those who go in will survive. The horizontal tree is dead. It's better to fight. The three of them prepared shovels overnight, twine and kerosene lamp, take advantage of the night to get into the gloomy old forest. The black pine forest is thick with fog. The smell of floating leaves mixed with excitement hits the face. The branches of the towering ancient tree twisted like ghost claws. The birdsong was mournful and strange. The three of them groped in the forest for 3 days and 3 nights. Dry food is exhausted. When I was in despair, sending people's heads suddenly found a 1,000-year-old pine tree that was embraced by several people. The hole on the trunk was black and faintly emitted a strange aroma, like the mellowness of old sandalwood, mixed with the smell of earth. There is also a faint hint of coldness that's it. Li Zhongping's eyes lit up. 3 people took turns digging with shovels. Soon dug a dirt hole that only one person could crawl. The soil at the entrance of the cave is as hard as stone. It doesn't seem to be a natural formation. Drill into the narrow passage of the earthen hole. Reaching out and not seeing the 5 fingers. Can only use the faint light of kerosene lamps to illuminate the way forward. The damp walls are covered with moss. Scratch your fingertips and feel the uneven notches, like some kind of ancient text. Walked about 50 meters. A faint green light suddenly appeared in front of him. The 3 of them approached with bated breath. The scene in front of them instantly suffocated them. A half-man-tall painted terracotta warrior stands at the end of the passage. The gilding on the armor glowed cold in the green light. The faces red, blue, and black are intertwined. The eyes are 2 round ink jade, staring at the visitor in a dim environment as if there was life. I got rich. The voice of the head was trembling. He reached out to pick the gilt on the armor. Wait for it to be sent to heaven. Just wanted to stop it. The fingertips of the heads have touched the fingers of the terracotta warriors. In an instant, the kerosene lamp went out. The passage plunged into absolute darkness. There was a faint sound of clicking in my ears. It was like a soil joint. How? What's going on? Li Zhongping cried. Fumbled and took out a match. It took 3 strokes before igniting. The lights are on. The 3 of them were shocked to find that the terracotta warriors and horses had changed their posture. The arm that was originally hanging at his side was slightly raised. I saw that it was pointing at Song Qing. The green light in Mou's eyes became stronger. Don't scare yourself. It is blown by the wind. Send the head to pretend to be calm. But my heart is straight. The 3 of them didn't dare to think too much. Tie the terracotta warriors with hemp rope. It took a lot of effort to dispatch. Hidden overnight and sent to the firewood room of the heavenly house. After discussion, send the head to the guard, send Tian and Li Zhongping to the county seat to find antique dealers. It was agreed that the next day it would be traded in the abandoned brick kiln in Ling County. Wait for the sky and Li Zhongping to push the tricycle back. Push open the door of the woodshed. The 2 were so frightened that they were devastated. The woodshed was full of dark red blood. The amateur's head was on its back in a pool of blood. There was a neat wound on his neck like a knife. The breath has long been gone. The terracotta warriors and horses that Azun was bound to disappeared. Only a string of wet black mud footprints were left on the ground. The size of the pattern is the same as that of the terracotta soul. Extends to the back door of the woodshed. Disappeared into the thick fog. It was he who came to life. Li Zhongping sat on the ground, trembling all over. Sent to heaven is afraid and angry, that I was afraid that my brother's death would be discovered by the police, that I can't bear to count down the fat, that I am even more afraid of offending antique dealers, that he gritted his teeth. I thought that the terracotta warriors and horses were made of mud. How can it be possible to kill someone? Someone must have taken advantage of the situation. Steal the terracotta warriors, he also killed his brother, we have to hurry back. Find another thing that can both pay off debts and avenge your brother. Night. The two were armed with shotguns and torches. Drill into the horror hole again. The green light in the passage is brighter till the end. They found that there was nothing left in the original place. Another identical terracotta warriors and horses appeared, and this terracotta warrior face is facing the entrance of the cave. His ink jade eyes were piercing with a biting cold. The gilt on the armor seemed to have a dark red mark. I can't take care of that much. Give people red eyes and tie up the